Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about one of the things you need to know in order to complete a project we're going to talk about in our next video. So today we're going to talk about DHCP. And DHCP is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. And DHCP is a way of setting up a network so it can automatically add hosts to the network as they join. So let's take your wireless network at home, for example. So picture that in your mind. Your friend comes over and hops onto the wireless network there. Now the wireless network there has been pre-configured so that when they join, they'll join inside of a pool between 10, 1, 1, 1 to 10, 1, 1, 50. Okay? So they'll be somewhere in here. Now, instead of having to take your friend's device and manually set it up so it has an IP address, and instead of having to remember, oh gosh, which IP addresses are already being used right now, instead of having to do that, DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, allows us to set our network device up so that as a new client device, your friend's phone in this example, joins your network, it will automatically get all the information it needs to play nicely on the network. So it's going to need a few things. The first thing it's going to need to know is the IP address that it's going to be assigned. The second thing it's going to need to know is, where do I look things up? DNS information. And it'll also need to know information about the subnet of the network and the gateway of the network, which when we look at this, really important parts of this are the IP address assigned to the device and the DNS information for the network. Now, why this is important, there may be security ramifications on your network that preclude it from reaching out and making DNS requests to the internet at large. Or it may be a geographical thing as well. So, one of the things that we're talking about with DHCP is, well, where do we go to set this up? On your average home network, it's going to be set up on your router. So if you're using the modem, the device that you got from your internet service provider that the cable, the coaxial cable connects to, and then it also has wireless on board as well, what you're going to look at is this device right here. Now, there are ways that you can configure that using network connectivity. So if you're on this device and you're on, let's say, a laptop, usually these devices use a set type of network. So usually 10 or another private network, 192.168, is a popular network that they use, and it's usually 1.1. And usually these two here would be commonly used gateway addresses. So because these are your gateway addresses, they're also set up on the back end of this device. There's a server built in. And this server allows you to go into a browser and type in https://10.1.1.1 or 192.168.1.1. Usually you can look up the model of the router and just Google how to sign in to change DHCP settings. So if you Google that, Google how to sign into, insert the model name here, how do I change the DHCP settings on this model of device? You Google that, follow those instructions, and you're going to change the DHCP settings accordingly. So you can change the size of the network that's available, okay? You can even change to a different private network range. So if you don't like 192.168.1.1, you can change it to the 10 dot or any of the other private IP network ranges that are out there and available to you. And again, you can just Google available private IP ranges and you'll be able to find that information. So this is going to be pertinent in our next video, again, about the Raspberry Pi hole, which it's kind of a cheeky name, but it's designed to provide security through DNS, and it reduces the number of ads that you see. So tune in for that one, and if you need to come back and see this one again, it'll be here waiting for you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.